What's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. All right, man. Yesterday I did a live stream in regards to Canelo versus Demetrius Andrade, and I gave my honest assessment of that fight. I watched the fight in its entirety, and like I gave my own personal opinion of it, and I'm gonna do a video in regards to what I thought of the fight. I had the fight 7 rounds to 5 for Canelo. I thought Canelo pulled it off. One, because of lack of what Daniel Jacobs does in all his big fights, which is he leaves a lot of rounds up for grabs. I mean, I know people making videos saying it was a dominant performance by Canelo. I don't know what fight they was watching, but if that's what you think, then fine, that's what you think. I just had Canelo winning the fight. Daniel Jacobs, for some reason, he just doesn't seem to live for the moment. That was a fight for him to win. He was bigger than Canelo. He was taller than Canelo. He didn't use the weight to his advantage. He didn't use his height to his advantage. Daniel Jacobs should have been backing Canelo up. He should have fought on the body. He should have went to the body more. Didn't do that. He tried to outbox Canelo, which I already told you that Canelo would get all the close rounds. They making it look like Canelo blew Daniel Jacobs away. And I know some clown gonna come on here and try to talk about what the stat. I don't give a fuck about what the stats say. Anybody say something slick, you new to my channel, here's something you need to understand about me. You say something slick, you call me out my name, you disrespect me, your ass is gone. So I know I didn't picked up a lot of subs within the last month, but I'm telling you, those are the rules of my channel. Don't come on here saying something slick. I'll get rid of your ass. Don't say something, remarkably racist towards black people or black fighters. I'm going to get your ass up out of here. So I'm making that very clear. You say something disrespectful towards black fighters or black people, I'm going to say something disrespectful towards you if you non-black. So I'm making that very clear because I noticed I done picked up a lot of subs within the last month, over 1,000 subs within the last month. And I know Dante recommended that people watch my channel. So I'm telling you right now, I'm not Dante. I'm not as nice as Dante, and I'm not as nice as Fred. So watch what you say. Now, with that being said, let's continue. I just thought I needed to put in a disclaimer because I saw a lot of people on my live stream names that I didn't recognize. But nevertheless, just warning you, you can try it if you want to, but it's going to end bad. But yeah, I really looked at the fight, man. It's just like, I done seen Daniel Jacobs do this every time. And then I'm going to tell you something about Canelo. I watched Daniel Jacobs so many times where he could just pull away from fights. He end up barely winning the fight because he don't go in there and just like seize the moment. He did that with Derevyanchenko. He won the fight, but then he left rounds up for grabs. Same thing with Canelo, because two of the judges had it very close. They had it appear to be 7 rounds to 5 for Canelo, like how I scored it. And one judge apparently had it 8 rounds to 4 for Canelo. So basically, if you look at my logic, what I'm trying to say, all Daniel Jacobs needed was to secure one extra round and he could possibly get a draw. You know, Now, people saying that Canelo won with ease. I don't know what fight they was watching because Canelo got nailed a few times. But they didn't make the fight out to be what they thought it would be, which was an action-packed fight. It was a technical fight to a certain degree, but I will give Canelo credit. Canelo isn't reckless. He does try to establish decent ring IQ, but you got to ask that question again. Why can't Canelo knock out these type of dudes? Couldn't knock Daniel Jacobs out, and I know people going try to say Daniel Jacobs was running. Daniel Jacobs wasn't running. So that's a comment now I take when I hear from a person that's non-black and they say a black fighter was running. That's just a racial slur, and I'm gonna erase your comment and I'm gonna block your ass. So you make that comment about Jacobs was running, I'm gonna block your ass. He wasn't running. Okay. So nevertheless, Daniel Jacobs, so many fights. He goes anywhere from 45 seconds to a minute without doing nothing. Either resetting, pacing, and not trying to throw no punches. Sometimes you can win rounds on activity and landing punches. I think if Daniel Jacobs would have been a little bit more active in periods of the round, like I said, he would have had a chance to at least, at the very best, get a draw. And once again, he let another fight slip through his hands. Okay. Now we already know they won't be a rematch. So we already know that. Ain't even no use worrying about no rematch because we all know Canelo don't like giving people rematches. You know, Lar was too close of a fight. I don't think Canelo would fight Daniel Jacobs again. You know, Canelo is just one of those guys. He's moving on. Do I think he's gonna fight Demetrius Andrade? I don't know. Demetrius Andrade got a style that could beat Canelo, but at the end of the day, it still come down to scoring with Canelo. And I'm gonna make a response to something that John Boxing said. I'm gonna respond. I'm gonna counter respond to a response that John Boxing put out. Now, as far as Canelo go, uh, he's a good fighter. He's a very good fighter. Very, very good fighter. But I will say this before I close this video out. There's more people congratulating Canelo because of what Daniel Jacobs didn't do or what Canelo actually did. Because he did not blow away Daniel Jacobs like the media or certain people in the media making it out to be. And that's just my honest assessment of the situation. But I'll tell you this much, and I'm going to say this, and this is the honest to God truth. Well, if Canelo is as sensational as some people thought he looked yesterday, which I don't know where they got that from, then what does that say about the guy that he did lose to? That makes Floyd's victory over Canelo even more impressive based off what Canelo has become according to a lot of people. Now, like I said before, I have my issues with 50-0, but now, based off what people are saying now, this just proves that 50-0 is an all-time great. But anyway, I'm out. I'm gone.